I'm good, thank you. I feel groovy, going by my name anyways. It's a state of mind. It's not just the way I look, it's a state of mind. You just have to be happy, positive minded, every single thing. I feel blessed, finally outside. I've got to live the Big Brother experience. Season 7, level up, a season like no other. I'm just blessed to be outside, blessed to see the reaction and all the support and all the love that I'm getting, from people. My family is my family, but coming outside the house, I got to have a new family, and they call themselves the Groovers. So I'm just happy, to be one with them and just to be happy, just to see everything that they're doing for me, and I'm just very optimistic about how everything is going to be, and thankful to Big Brother for the platform. Yeah, so Groovy, it's actually Groovy Mono, right? It's actually Groovy Mono. So for me to explain Groovy, I'd have to explain the other part. Okay, so I've had the mono thing, the mono part of it, for a while. It was actually from a nickname I used to have. It was the Mono, right? So I just took out that part and just left the mono. So mono means one, right? So mono means the one. That's just it. So then Groovy, just like I said, it's a state of mind, right from the word, from the go. I just felt like it's something that resonated with me. Like it's just basically you just have to be very fashionable, have to, very exciting and have good energy around you. And it just fits with the mono thing that I was trying to be, because I feel like I'm unique and I'm special. So the mono depicts the fact that I am the one, I am that special person. So the Groovy is just, it's just something that I felt like would go with it. And also it's my stage name because I'm an artist as well. Groovy sound is unique. Groovy sound is diverse. I've been fortunate enough to have had one or two radio interviews after dropping my EP, before I came into the house, before I went to Big Brother. And I would always say the same thing. I feel like just because I believe that I'm such a unique and inspiring individual, and I have so much drive to succeed and to be better, to be able to dive into different things. I believe I can put that into my music as well. So Groovy sound, you can't really, it's diverse. If I'm going to use one word, it's diverse. You can't really pin it on one thing. The goal in going to Big Brother was 3, and I just like calling 3 vital points. So the first reason why I went to Big Brother was to win, right? I never went there thinking that I was going to do with 2, with 3, with 4, with 9. I believed I could win because I'm so confident in myself. And that's why even when things were happening in the house, I didn't let things get to me, because I know myself. When you know yourself, you don't, the tench, as we call them, you understand? So, that's just it. So I believe I could win, and also, 100 million are your mates. It'll be small money, sure you get. So like, it's a very appetizing thing. So I was, blessed enough to be selected. So I went there to compete. Number one, I went there for the experience. Big Brother reality show is an experience like no other. And very few people in their lives will be able to experience it. And I try to take more of the positives out of than the negatives from it. And it's such a massive, look what it's doing to my life. And I believe that also, as I'm inspiring people, they would also be able to inspire others as well. And then the third reason I came there is to level up. It is the theme of the season 7. 7 is my lucky number, so thank God I leveled up in season 7. To level up in life, in my business, I have my business, my clothing business that I've been doing, in my music, to level up in my music, to level up in my modeling. My modeling career has been there for the longest time, and then also in other aspects of my life. So that's it. Those are the 3 reasons why I came to the show. My major, more of my time was devoted into my business actually. More than that was devoted into my business, because it is even my business, my business and the success of it, and then the money I was able to to make out of it, that I was able to portion out to start my music. Because music, as you all know, is a very capital intensive venture. It's not about having the talent, you actually need to have that backing. So it was through my business that I would be able to venture into my music. I've always wanted to do music, but I know I said you go for for industry and all that. I grew up into a very loving family. You get like dad from Anambra, mom from Imo, 6 children. I'm the first. I have a junior brother. I have one brother, sorry, and 4 sisters. We all went to Unilag. My mom, great Akoka, as we call ourselves, So although I still have 3 siblings that are still in school, right? So very loving family, Catholic. I was raised in Ajegula actually. Then I moved to First Stack, so that's where the family house is before I moved out. You know, my mom, go-getter, you know, vibe, life of the party as I'll call it, you know, carrying everybody along, you know, very loving and supporting woman. And then my dad, you know, very business oriented. My mom too is also into business as well. My dad very business oriented, very handy. And yeah, I just feel like the dynamic was a very good dynamic. But obviously, as with all families, there were issues, you know, and I think I pointed them out during my stay in the house about that. So I'm not going to pretend like everything was all rosy and, you know, and all that. But then I thank God for the, you know, for the values that they preached into me, and I believe that I'm a product of that, you know, of that upbringing. So, you know, it's a loving family, and to God be the glory. My parents are, you know, I think they've settled amicably. So yeah, so it's a thank, you know. Big ups to God for that, and to, you know, to those for that, yeah. Yo, so the audition process, it was tedious. So I'm not gonna lie, it was tedious to be honest. But obviously, just the fact that it had started with the online auditions, you know, there were physical auditions in previous seasons, and just based on my experience as a model, going for auditions and staying from morning till night, you know, sometimes you come back the next day just to get something, or you don't even get it, you know. It's crazy normally when you do the physical auditions. But I feel like the online audition just allows you to be able to, you know, to do your own thing, be comfortable in your space, record your video and all that. So then I did the video, went through the processes, and then the physical audition. You know, as each stage, just as I kept going towards each stage, you know, it just felt so. It felt like the dream was getting closer. I'll be like pinching myself that, whoa, is this really happening? And as soon as I got to there's a part they call medicals. So as soon as I got to the medicals, that was actually when I told my mom officially that I had the feeling that I was going to get it. You understand? Because I did like doing my things, you know, move in silence, you know, that kind of thing. Move in silence. There's shock there. You get me? So yeah. So that's it. It was tedious, so to be honest. A lot of blindfolding and all that. But you know, I don't want to dive too much into the whole process here. You know what, funny enough, I think I saw a tweet regarding that, but now I actually want to see that video. I want to see that clip, say when I said that. But the thing is that I came into that house as to be myself, right? So, and I didn't want to cap. You know, sometimes something is too obvious and you're just trying to hide. And obviously, you guys, the people that are watching it from the outside, they can see the truth. So I didn't want it to be like as if I was playing anybody or anything. I didn't actually come there to be a player. I came to be myself. Whatever happened, sometimes I'll tell people it's the Groovy source. Sometimes I'll tell people it's God's work. You understand? But like in the end, I never wanted to cause any controversies or anything like that. So yeah, I did say I liked Ilebaye from a level 2 team because she was in my level. She was in my level, right? So I did tell her that I liked her. And then in the level 1, it's just like a normal gist, who you like. It doesn't mean because I like somebody, I'm going to move to the person. You understand? And I'm not expecting you to react upon it. You know, I had people telling me that they like me in the house as well. But when it came to the relationships, I stuck by the people that I stuck by. So maybe it was just normal yarns. I don't want people to think that I was trying to do anything Solomon vibe now. I believe that Chomzy, like every other housemate, is unique in their own way. They're all amazing, to be honest. Yeah. I mean, everybody has their way of doing their own thing, sure you get. And I know that environment being in that environment can get it can be very, very intense. Like, I don't know if you watch the show, you always hear emotions are high. Literally, you can be on eviction mode. You can be nominated for like possible eviction, and you'll be saying some certain things because of, or maybe something is happening. You know, in that space, a lot of things are happening, a lot of emotions. You know, it's very intense there. And the pace at which conversations are had a bit faster than when in the outside world. Because if you and I are talking about stuff in the outside world, you're not literally going to be with me 24/7. I expect you to be busy, I expect I'll be busy, because that's the one kind of woman that I want, you know, that I like. Somebody that, you know, is a go-getter. And we will not have people gathering around to settle our matter. I cannot easily, if in the outside world, I can walk away from a conversation, but where are you going to in the Big Brother house? You're literally surrounded by these people. So obviously, I decided to I saw the pace at which everything was going. I was like, I'm going to do this like I would do in the outside world. You know, I like to take my time with all these things, you get. So that's why I didn't want to go on the whole I love you thing, because I know that a lot of things happen inside the house. And as for our relationship, it's the same thing like I always said, you know, relationships outside the house and inside the house are a totally different ballgame, you understand? And yes, she's my girl, But at the same time, I want to focus on myself. I want to focus on building my brand, because that's why I'm here speaking to you, selling my brand, building the brand. And obviously, she has to be focused on winning the money, and I wish her all the best as well. So any conversation about a relationship will be had when we're outside. So let me be able to do my thing, and let her be able to do her thing, without anybody trying to put any pressure on the whole situation. You understand? Yeah. No, I didn't get that vibe, but then I got the information from Phyna actually. And when I got this information, Phyna and I went together at the time. You know, she was just coming to yarn me, you know, my friend like you. And you know that Phyna and Chichi they were lockdown pairs. So I feel like it was just a normal conversation, and maybe she just came to tell me about it. But then I was not interested, you get me? And obviously, when my man Deji came into the picture, and she said to me, Deji, you know, like I said, because the interest was never there, and I'm really not trying to cause any kind of issue between anybody and anybody. So I just let the whole thing just die down. It's coming out of the house that I'm not hearing. I'm not hearing. I'm all good. You see the trend for house, so they don't have it. You see the trend. You know the vibes, the groovy sauce, man. Baby boy of the season for a reason, man of the season for a reason. You get me? You understand? So yeah, it is what it is. They are friends. They quarrel. They quarrel normally. I've been in the house. They quarrel. Phyna and Chichi quarrel. But I feel like normally they go still settle last. You understand? I mean, there were two major times that, you know, Shegs, there was a kind of like rough discussion, you understand, or argument between Shegs and Phyna, right? And I'm the kind of guy, as much as Shegs and I were lockdown pairs, you know, we share similarities, but also you cannot be 100%, you know, totally similar. You know, I feel like I'm the type of person to analyze the situation before I react. You think before you speak kind of person. So that is probably why maybe it might be misconstrued as me not speaking up or whatever. I analyzed the situation. I looked at whatever it is that was happening, looked at the arguments, and I was like, okay, what is it that can be said? What is it that can be done about this whole thing? You understand? I don't necessarily need to be put into a situation whereby I will not be doing you decrease, you know, that kind of thing. That's not my vibe. But then the second time that we had the argument, the moment I realized that we took it too far, that was when we now had that serious, like that, whatever it is that you saw. And yeah, I just feel like at that point, maybe Shegs and Phyna, they didn't really get to know each other that much because we were in different levels. But then if you follow the season, you will see that they actually got to know each other, and it was cool. You know, it was cool between them. So I don't want to dwell too much on that, you understand? It's just two grown men having an argument, you know, while watching two of their women argue as well. And whoever it is that was wrong in the situation, you know, it is what it is. We've settled, we didn't even need to have a discussion. We settled it, you know, that's just it. You know, men do their things differently, you get me? So yeah, that's just it. So I don't want people to be thinking that no. I speak up when I speak up when I need to speak up, right? And I have to analyze the situation before I do anything. I don't like being disrespected. I don't like my woman being disrespected. You understand? And even if it's coming from Shegs, I'm not going to be scared because it's my guy. I would tell him, I'll speak up. You understand? And I feel like she's an adult as well. She can actually speak up for herself. We're not trying to ride each other, you know, that kind of thing. There has to be respect. Let's respect each other. You know, I'm all about that positivity. Love, give me respect, I'll give you respect. Taught me the beauty situation. I mean, like, it is what it is. It is what it is, to be honest. And I mean, I don't really want to touch, you know, I don't want to dive into this whole P. You know, it is what it is. Love and light to anybody. If you give me good energy, I'll project. If you project good energy to me, you receive good energy. That's just it. You understand? Like I said, I'm focused solely on myself. I'm focused only on building my brand. And to anyone who is listening, stay groovy, spread love and light. Don't let anybody dull your energy. Don't let anybody dull your vibe. And just keep going, keep moving. Make it not be like say the boy they give away too much stuff. You understand? But I mean, I'm outside. They let me outside too. They let me outside too early, but then it is what it is. Now that I'm outside, I'm ready to shut it down.